Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on syllabus statement 3.3.3. This is the IGCSE Business 0450 test, and this video will be about place and distribution channel. So let me start it off with a simple definition of what is a distribution channel. Simply put, a distribution channel is the means by which a product is passed from the place of production to the customer or retailer. So that is the definition of a distribution channel. So there are 4 different main distribution channels, and we have to give advantages and disadvantages of each. As well, we have to recommend and justify an appropriate distribution in given circumstances. So the choice of distribution channel that it depends on. Let me start it off with distribution channel number 1, which is producer to consumer. Is the first one, and the e-commerce could also link to this, as this is also directly from producer to consumer. So the advantages of this type of distribution channel, it's very simple, as we can clearly see, and it's suitable for fresh products, and it's a lower price to consumers. This is because it's a lower price because there's no intermediate middleman. They're called middleman, which when I get to point distribution channel number 4, they will have lots of middlemans and lots of intermediaries, and all of these middlemans, they want profit too, so the margin just increases and increases as it goes on. So it's lower price because there's no middleman at all, and they can be sold by mail or the internet. However, there are some downsides to this very simple distribution channel. It's impractical for most products. I mean, when do you see like a car get distributed to your house right away? So impractical for most products, and not suitable for products that cannot be sent by post. So like non-fresh products can't be sent by post, and sending products by post can actually be quite expensive. Okay, so that's distribution channel number 1. Number 2, it's a producer to retailer. It adds a retailer and back to consumer. This is pretty common too, as the positives for this, it's producer, this one here, they can sell in large quantities, and this is much more, the distribution cost is much lower compared to the first one. So that's the advantage. However, the disadvantage, it's no direct contact with customers. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 would be producer to wholesaler. And wholesaler, they basically buy things in bulk, and they benefit lots of different people, like small retailers, for example. This is because wholesaler, they save storage space for small retailer. Small retailers can also purchase from the from wholesalers in small quantities. So that's very useful, because the retailer does not want to waste any space on the small shops. They may wholesaler may deliver to small retailer, so that's really convenient. and wholesalers can give advice to small retailers. Advice. As for consumers, as for the disadvantages, it's expensive because they pay the price. It's expensive to the small retailer as it's expensive. As I said earlier, the more the middleman, the more expensive it is for the final product. The final price, and it also takes longer for each for fresh products to reach shops, and wholesaler may be a long way, so large distance away from small shops. So that's the disadvantages. And the final one, it's the exactly similar to the third one, except it adds on an agent. So what an agent is that an agent, they help when goods are exported to another country. So an agent helps when goods are exported to a different country. So the positives are that the manufacturer may not know the best way to sell products in other markets, therefore they have to hire an agent because they know best way to sell products in other markets. And another advantage is that the agents know and are aware of local conditions, and they may also have local contacts. So local conditions and local contacts are an advantage. However, some disadvantages might be that the manufacturers have less control over the way products are sold. Okay, so these are the 4 different channels of distribution, and I've given the advantages and disadvantages. So on to the next one, which is recommend and justify an appropriate distribution channel in given circumstances. And basically in this one, you gotta relate back to the case study at the beginning, first 4 lines. They will say something about whatever they want to how they want to distribute it, and you just have to use your common sense whether choose first, second, third, or fourth. So it depends on, there's lots of things that it depends on. First of all, it depends on the type of product. Okay, let me type this down because it's much easier. It's like a list. It depends on the type of product. That's number 1. Number 2, it also depends on the technical nature of product. Remember, you can't just state these in the exam. You have to link it back to the case study on like what type of product is it, the technical nature of the product, how often the product is purchased. So if it's really often, they might use an agent, as it's much easier to transport the product to different places. Another thing is the price of the product. That should also play a factor. Other than price, sorry, there should be where customers are located, and finally where competitors sell their product. So and this kind of links to the location study of the syllabus. Let me search that up. 4.4 location. It kind of links to that too. Okay, so that's basically it. These are the main stuff on price. Thank you for watching.